Christmas Eve, and I have had such a busy December that I have piled up a month's worth of packages here to open. In fact, I know it's a month because two of these packages are the same boutique of the month that I do at Keepsake Quilting. So I've got two of those to open. That's how behind I am. My procrastination is your gain and my gain because it's gonna be fun. I know what I order and then I forget if it sits long enough, so. All I know is I have these two Keepsake Quiltings to open. But anyway, Merry Christmas, by the way. We get to have fun opening some of my packages I bought for myself. It's just like Christmas. That's what's so fun about this every month, is it's like Christmas all year long. So if you're new here, I do this about once a month, and it's so much fun to see what I open in my packages. You get to open my mail, you get to peek inside, you get to learn new things, you get to see new fabrics. And it's a lot of fun. So hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and you get notified every time I do one of these. You get to see me do this beautiful quilt like this. I'm doing in the background, and other fun stuff. In fact, I might open some future projects in here. So let's go down to my desk and get started. I'm down at my desk. It's so exciting. Let's start with Keepsake Quilting. Since I have two of these to open, let's see what I got. Now this is a block of them, or not, I always say that, block of the month. It is a boutique of the month, and it's the Valley boutique of the month at Keepsake Quilting. And I have a link down below, which I will have for everything you see in this video that I can find a link for. So I'll have a link to this in the video below. This is nice because you get 6 quarters. And it's less expensive. It might be $16 plus shipping. And you get a little pattern with it every time. And I have been doing this for years. Maybe 8 or 9 years. Just building up my stash with these boutiques. And it was nice because it's not very many boutiques. It's not very expensive. So you get a pattern. It's just a little 1-card pattern each time that uses the fabrics you get. But let's see what we got. Ooh, tropical. Bali Hawaii 2 is what it's called. Look at those palm trees. All right. Just what you need on a very, I know that up north it is snowing like crazy. So maybe some of you are all stuck in right now watching this. It is freezing cold down here in Florida. We woke up to a hard freeze last night. Our banana plant is not looking good. I think it's about 30 degrees right now outside. But, whoa, that's so pretty. And I just put these in my stash and use them as I need them. And they make like, I was doing it for landscape. Landscape quilting or art quilting is what I used them for. So there's my first Bali of the month from Keepsake Quilting called Bali Hawaii 2, and it's gorgeous, as usual. So let's see what this one is. I don't even know, they don't really put months on theirs. So unless I look at the date of the receipt or something, I'm not sure when this came. This one is November. So this one must have come at the very beginning of the month, and then this is December's right here. But this one, maybe this is Hawaii, Bali Hawaii 1. Nope, Tonga Twilight is what it's called. And there's the pattern that comes with this called New Zealand. The other one was called Western Sky. Oh, it's got some purples. Oh, so pretty. That looks like we got a pink one of these maybe in the last one. Some shells. Oh, looks like we got an end. Interesting. We got a little end cut. But it's the right size, so gorgeous. Always so gorgeous. Lots of patterns in this. It is so pretty. So I just, like I said, put these in my stash, pull them out as I need them. I'm going to be going back to state blocks. So I like to use, I'm going to be using batiks in my state blocks. So this gives me a good variety to draw from, along with the other batik of the month that I'm in. So there we go. Tonga Twilight and Bali Hawaii 2. These are my Keepsake Quilting packages. I get so excited to open these. I just love the fabrics. So I have links to those down below also. And let's get moving on to, let's just start at the top. Oh, I know what that is. Let's leave that because I think that's a project. Now that I feel it, I remember what I ordered. So let's start here. This is from Fat Quarter Shop. Oh, I have no idea what this could be. It's big, it's really thick. So what could this be? It is 2 of my clubs of the month. We have Turquoise Fat Quarter Bundle, which is my salad of the month, and Hoffman Batik Fat Quarter Club, which is my other batik of the month. So let's start with the Hoffman Batik Fat Quarter Club. This is, oh, look at that. It's December and it's got greens and reds. Ooh, oh, look. I get so excited sometimes when I see fabrics. There's a fabric in here, and I was just going through all my batiks yesterday and I found this stripe in several different colors, and I pulled it out to use in some of my state blocks. But look at that. That would make a gorgeous Christmas quilt. I might just have to keep this aside just to do something like that. Oh, so deep and rich looking. It's so pretty. Poinsettias in green. I have to give it to Fat Quarter Shop. I just am amazed at how well they curate these fabrics each month. I love this stripe, I guess is what you call it. Look at that poinsettia. That is gorgeous. And there's a red stripe. Holly, that's holly. A red stripe. A red and green holly. And a red and green poinsettia. Oh, these are gorgeous. I'm going to be doing Christmas, something Christmassy outside of Christmas. That's for dang sure with this one. And they give you this card. Tells you all the fabric numbers down here in case you want to order more of one fabric or just a couple fabrics. But I will have this down below also as a link if you like these fabrics too. If you know something you could do with all these fabrics, because these are gorgeous. Oh, I love them. And that's the December 2022 Hoffman Batik Fat Quarter Club from Fat Quarter Shop. Just, they really do a good job. You get 12 fat quarters in this. I'll put the price right down below. I don't remember what it is and I don't want to try to guess. I think it's around $30 a month, but I'm not sure. So the price is going in right now at the bottom of the screen. So this is our solid fat quarter of the month. And I have some news about next year's solid fat quarter club, but let's take a look at this one. This is the turquoise fat quarter of the month. This is December 2022, and this year they did gemstones for the colors. And this is the quilt you could make with all the months from this year. I didn't do that. I may because I have a lot of the colors left, but next year they're doing bird colors, American bird colors for the the solids of the month. The other thing they're doing is they're suggesting a quilt that you do each month with the colors, and you can buy the quilt from them, and it's a very pretty quilt. I'll put a picture in right now, but, and that's a big but, I'm not doing that quilt. I am doing something else. I am going to be doing, I went out and found blocks that are made with bird names, blocks with bird names, and I'm either using the block or I'm kind of modifying it a little to where I like it, and I'm going to use the bird colors I get each month in that block. And at the end of the year, I'll have 12 blocks, if not more, of bird named quilts or bird named blocks. So that's what I'm going to do next year. So stay tuned. I'll release those blocks each month as I do them. I'll show you how I put them together. I'll show you what colors I use. But the other thing next year is the like you can buy this curated fat quarter bundle. But next year with the birds of the month, you have to be a part of the club to get the actual curated bundle instead of buying the fabric separately. So if you want to join me with my bird quilt, you can jump in this club and get the fabrics each month, or you can jump in the club and do their quilt, which is still very pretty. The only reason I'm not doing it is because I want to do different blocks every month, and the quilt they're suggesting only has 2 blocks. So you'll be alternating blocks or something, I'm not sure. But I want to do a different block each month, so I am doing a bird block per month to make a quilt at the end of the year with all my bird colored fabrics. So that's what's going on next year with the solid of the month fat quarter bundle. I will not be able to link to the specific bundle you see, so you'll need to join the club, and I have a link down below for that. But you can also just follow along with me and see what I do with all the bird colored fabrics and the blocks that I put out each month. So that's going to be fun. But this is turquoise. I did not know turquoise was the gem of December. December is my sister's birthday. It's my grandma's birthday. It's my husband's brother's birthday month. And honestly, I did not know it was turquoise. I don't know many months. My daughter's in August. I'm not sure what she is. My son's in April. I think he's diamond. Mine's emerald in May. And my husband is in January. And I don't know if is that ruby? I don't remember. I'm terrible about that. Anyway, these are great to have in your stash. Solids are always great to have in your stash. So that's one reason I got it. But next year I'm going to be doing the bird quilt. So you can stick around for that. You can do the bird quilt with me. That would be fun. We can all do it together. So solid of the month, last of the gemstones this year. Oh, so pretty. It's so exciting to open fabric. Just so exciting. We got another one. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. It's so exciting. It's like Christmas. What do we have? I don't know. Rip it open. Oh, I know what this is. This is one big piece of fabric. Yeah. This, I don't have any light colored batiks. So I ordered 3 yards. They were having a sale on their batiks. It was like their 12 days of Christmas. They were having a sale each day. And they were having a sale on batiks. So I bought 3 yards of white batik. My state blocks always need some kind of background. And I'm using my fat quarters that I get for my batiks, but I never get a light or white colored background. So that's what I did. I ordered 3 yards of this gorgeous batik. And this is Prisma Dyes Artisan Batik. That's what it is. So you'll probably see a lot of this fabric next year. It's still exciting. It's still exciting to open fabric. Okay, fun. What's next? I don't even know what this is. I forgot I ordered the yardage. That's what I did. I do. I get so busy. I order things, and then have you ever ordered something, and then you got it, and you're like, I don't remember why I ordered this. I need to write down why I'm ordering things. And this looks like the holiday of the month. I'm all ears. All right. So last month we got an Easter themed holiday. It was okay. We got another Easter themed holiday called I'm All Ears. This is cute. Just from the looks of it, maybe a little juvenile, but I don't know. I'm a little juvenile myself. But this is gorgeous. Look at this fabric. Oh my gosh. All right, Jan Miller, are you watching? You liked last month's Easter. Look at this month. That's really pretty. I like the background. I'll try to zoom in here, and it just looks like an exaggerated version of fabric with the dots, those spots in the background. So we got bunnies. We got Easter eggs and bunnies. And oh, look at that plaid. That is really pretty. The green's pretty. We have, is that a different colorway of, yes, it is a different colorway. No, it's just slightly different fabric with Easter eggs and bunnies in the Easter eggs. Oh, it looks like lollipops, maybe? Or a string of candies, like those necklaces you used to wear with candies around your neck. Sit there and eat them and your neck would get gross and your face would get gross. I remember those. Oh, those little bunnies are cute. They look like my little sunshine kitty. He never comes on camera. He's shy. What's this say? Easter, spring, bunny. Hello, peeps. Well, that's cute. That is really cute. Oh, and those are Peeps. Those are Peeps bunnies. That's cute. Oh, I like that. That is really pretty too. And then we have our jelly beans. I like the Starburst jelly beans. Those are my favorite. There you go. That's my holiday of the month. This one is called I'm All Ears. And it's an Easter themed holiday of the month fabric fat quarters. And if this is available, I will link this down below because I know I had a couple people who really liked the Easter one we got last month, and they may like this one too. So I have a link to the club and I have a link to these fabrics if it's available down below. But that is really pretty. I like this Easter better than last month's Easter. To be honest with you, I liked last month, but I really like this one. This is really cool. Okay, on to our project. So, if you've watched me, you know I've done a ton of Tula Pink this year. I have so much Tula Pink fabric left over from all my projects. I found a free Tula Pink lady skeleton applique pattern. And I am going to use some of my scraps to make that. And I'm going to use the half rectangle trimmer that I used last year in the Black Diamonds quilt to do a border around it. So what I ordered was the background. And you put all these black squares together and then you applique on top of them. This is Free Spirit Tula Pink Fairy Flakes in ink, and this is a 10-inch charm pack. There is 42 pieces in here. I don't know, I don't think we use all 42, but this is what I'm using. I'm going to piece these together to make a background, and I'm going to throw a picture of the quilt in right now so you can see what it should look like when it's done. Now, I'll have different fabrics because I'm going to be mixing and matching from all my Tula Pink projects this year to make this quilt. And if you want to make it with me, I'll put a link to the pattern down below if you have Tula Pink fabrics left over, or you just have fabrics and you like this. But I'm using this Free Spirit fabric fat quarter or charm pack, 10-inch charm pack as the background. So that's why I said I was getting a project. I felt the cardboard. I knew what this was. So if you want to do that, stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell. I'll let you know when we're starting that. And we can do that beautiful quilt. And I'll show you how to use the half rectangle trimmer that I used last year if you're interested. And we'll have a beautiful border on it. So there you go, project. And now we're on to the big guns. The mystery box, the sew sampler. And this is December. So I don't expect it to be holiday themed, but it might be. I don't know. You never know with the sew sampler. So let's get to opening. Goodness gracious. Oh, it looks like it's holiday themed. Joy in the Journey, December 2022. If you're not familiar with Sew Samplers, they have a coupon on the back that's just for Sew Sampler subscribers. So it is a percentage off Fisherman's Blend fabric collection, and you get a free blade with a certain amount order. So that's all I can tell you. But let's start here. Whoops. Joy in the Journey, December 2022. What do we have? Oh, you know what? This looked, I don't know if this is holiday themed. Kind of looks holiday themed by this, but I don't think it is. We'll see. Fisherman's Bend Charm. There's two. Fisherman's Bend Charm Packs by Violet Craft, and a bonus item. Let's start with the bonus item. Ruby Star Society Enamel Zipper Pull, $5 value, and it's an exclusive. That's what it looks like. That's cute. And then this is Cast Your Net into a New Pool of Inspiration from Violet Craft. Her new collection, Fisherman's Bend for Robert Kaufman Fabrics, draws from love of nature. Fish, birds, and other winged creatures fit harmoniously through these prints in refreshing tones of blue, green, purple, pink, and coral. Embellished with modern basics, you can dip into the full line with two Fisherman's Bend charm packs. Two of them. I'm liking these colors. So let's get these opened. And this is what they look like. Let's just kind of, let me take one out. Well, I'm going to cut it. All right. Look at those colors. Those are gorgeous. I love it. Very pretty. Now, these aren't all of them because I can't. Oh, look at those colors. That is beautiful. Oh, I wonder what the quilt looks like. I hope I like it because I like these colors. Fish. I don't even mind that it's fisherman. I used to fish as a kid. My grandma taught me how to fish, and I'd fish with my mom. But I don't fish as an adult because I don't want to pull them off. I feel bad. Looks like cranberries. Oh my gosh, this is just gorgeous fabric. Again, this is by Violet Craft. It's called Fisherman's Bend for Robert Kaufman. I'll have a link to the fabrics down below also. If you like them. Wow, there is a lot in here. There's 42 pieces. So we got 84 5x5s. That is gorgeous. Oh, look at the blue and corals. Wow. This would go well with that snail trail I'm working on. Oh my gosh. That's gorgeous. Mom, if you're watching when you open this tomorrow, I don't know. You might like this. I like it. Okay, what do we have next? Magnetic Pin Caddy. The magnetic pin caddy is attractive in more ways than one. Fitted with a strong magnet, it's cute and useful to keep your pins in check next to your sewing machine. This adorable aqua notion also features a compartment for storing pins and is printed with the Fat Quarter logo. Oh, there it is. Well, that's cute. You know what? I don't use pins, but I did when my mom was here. She likes to use pins, so when she comes and sews, I need to have some pins available. Oh, it pulls out and it opens. Oh, cute. Very cute. Okay, hold on while I find my pins. I gotta check this out. So I did keep this from a sew sampler a while back, and we used them with my mom, but Oh yeah. Oh, and look, it's got this little dip in it so you can pick your pins up. That's pretty nice. So, look at there. Wow. Keep your pins in there. I got 2 magnetic things. Look at that. That is pretty cool. Goes back in like that. Keeps your pins organized, and look at that. Oh, and wait a minute. It always turns away from this little thing where you put your fingers. I could play with this all day. I could play with this all day. That is pretty cool. Mom, I think you're gonna like this. She's got the little star, magnetic star that she uses to pick things up around, but I think she's gonna like this one and use it by her machine even more. Well, look at that. That is fun. I just want to drop more. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, there we go. I got to do that again. That is so fun. Look at that. They all just fall in the right. That is a great invention. I'm telling you right now, that's great. I don't usually say things like that until I've used them for a couple months, but that right there, that is awesome. Okay, what's next? Sassy Sayings Iron-On Labels. Let your quilt and sewing gifts be as sassy as you are, featuring 100 plus snarky designs you can stitch, color, or paint. Let me go back. Featuring 100 plus snarky designs you can stitch, color, and paint. These customizable iron-on labels add personality and pizzazz to all of your handmade projects. Oh, it's a book. Ah! I only quilt for people I like. That's funny. I bled for this, is what it says. I could have been quilting something I like. That is hilarious. And all the instructions are over here. Take a deep breath and lower your expectations. If you can see this label, you're looking too closely. These are cute. Oh my gosh. So you must be able to color them or paint them and then you iron them on, or you iron them on, then color and paint. It says it's prepare the fabric, apply the iron-on transfer. Anyway, I'll have to figure out how to use these. The instructions are on the front. It looks like a book, but it's got all these really cute, oh, there's a little kitty. Handmade with cat hair and cuss words. Can I make copies of that one? Because that is me to a T. Cat hair and cuss words. Contains actual tears. My God, this is just funny to read. This is awesome. I've never seen this before. So Sassy Iron-On Labels. Illustrated by Julia Cruz. Value, $13.50. Oh, if you just like something like this, I've got a link down to that. I've got a link below for that also. I will definitely have a link to this. That's awesome. All right, fun stuff. This is a really fun box. So, let's do this one. The Olfa Magnetic Touch Knife. Okay, what is this? Often called the handiest little knife in the world, this Olfa knife is just that. It's small enough to fit into your project bag or sewing drawer and features a secure blade lock. Small and sleek, it works perfectly to clip threads as well as open sew sampler packages. You will receive it in green or white. I got white. So no more of these. I don't need to go out and find some of these old scissors. I can just pull this out. And you push it and it stays up or it comes back. Awesome. Well, I don't really have anything to cut right now, but I will have to see how I use this in my sewing room. It's got a little hole here for something. Maybe put something so you can hang it. I'm not sure. Maybe next month when you see me open a Sew Sampler box, you'll see me use this. Maybe. Very cool. Again, I didn't know this existed. This is what's fun about these boxes, is these things come in and I didn't even know they were there. I mean, you could search all day and try to find something like this, or you may never search because you don't even know it existed, or you may not know that when you drop the pins, they all go in the same direction. Okay, quilt time. Trailblazer quilt pattern. Where is it? Here it is. This is the quilt that comes in here for this fabric, right here. Find new creative paths with the Trailblazer quilt. This charm pack friendly design is great for beginners with a playfully modern composition. Try it out with the 2 charm packs included in this month's box. All right. Very cool. Beginner. This is a oh, look at that. It's different down here as it is up there. Modern quilt and beginner quilt. So there you go. Here's the binding they suggest. Here's the background they suggest. I don't know, maybe I'll do this. I really like the fabric. And it shows off these charm squares. I love these charm squares, so I don't know, maybe I'll do this. But that's cute. Oh, I love the binding around that. That is really pretty. I like that contrasting type binding. Well, and bliss, I never do these, but I should. I don't know, maybe I'll make them a giveaway and you guys could do them if you wanted to. Get all of them and you'll have an entire quilt to put together. But, oh, there we go. Very cute. What an awesome day. It's Christmas Eve. I opened some awesome packages, even though I bought them all myself. They're still awesome because I forgot what I was getting, which makes it even better. It's like Christmas every month when I open these. And I'm so glad I get to share it with you. I get so many comments of what you like, what you see, and it's fun to hear from you also. Last Sew Sampler, last Solid of the Month Club for the gemstones. I'm going to be starting the birds next year. I got a project to do my tulip pink extra fabric with. I got some Easter fabric, background fabric, tons of batiks this month because I've been behind in opening things. It's been just a blast. But anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. I obviously had so much fun making this video. Opening these things, seeing the new stuff that I get, seeing what I get. I mean, even though I know I'm in a batik of the month, I don't know what it's going to look like. So it is just fun to open and look at everything. So anyway, thank you so much. Have a very, very, very Merry Christmas. And if I don't see you, Happy New Year. And check out the links down below. It really does help the channel out. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!